Well, thank you very much, Fran. Now, over the last 15 weeks, we've looked at different riding tips, ways to help you improve your riding, and also lots of ways to help keep you safe when you're out on the road. So I thought it was about time we just had a little look back. So perhaps 6 little tips here all in one go. 6 of the best, if you like, in no particular order. A long time ago, we spoke about making yourself visible when you're out on your bike. And I don't mean by wearing loads and loads of day-glow gear and loud clothing. I mean by putting you and your bike on a part of the road that makes you visible to other road users. If they don't know you're there, you've no chance. So, for example, if you're following a van, don't go right behind him because he's no rear view mirror. He won't see you. Get to the side of him. Look in his wing mirrors. If you can see the driver, he can see you. Going out for a ride with your mates in a convoy, it's great fun riding with other bikers, but don't ride in single file down the road. Don't tailgate the bike in front, because if he decides he needs to stop quickly, you're going to go straight into the back of that bike. Ride in a staggered formation, gives you a good view of the row ahead, and also if you need to stop, you've got somewhere to go, you can go alongside the other bike instead of going into the back of him. When you're riding in the winter, in bad weather, be aware and just remind yourself that roads that are normally good, you know these are good roads, good services, great fun in the summer. In the winter, different story. They can become treacherous. Little ruts and little bumps and potholes in the road that you've never noticed can really cause you an awful lot of problems. If it's a frosty night, you go out the next day. It's a sunny afternoon, but if there's been no sun on the road all day, that road could still be frozen, so you need to take extra care. When you're out on your bike, use road markings and things around you to gather information about the road, particularly if it's a road that you're not familiar with. A great way of doing it is using solid white lines. A solid white line system in the road is an indication that there's a hazard up ahead. So if you're travelling along, there's a broken line, the road's probably going to be okay. If that line becomes solid, it's because you're going to be approaching a hazard. It could be a junction, could be anything, it could be just that the road tightens up. Where the solid white line on your side of the road becomes broken, generally speaking, that's where the road will open up and you can generally accelerate and you've got a better view of the road ahead. So use road markings to your advantage. When you're overtaking, and particularly when you're overtaking and you're riding with your mates, don't assume that just because your mate on his or her bike in front of you has found it safe to overtake a vehicle, it's safe for you to do so. Very often it's not. Let them go and then have a look and check that it's safe. Ride for yourself. You're in charge of your bike. If your mate goes through and you follow him and you come a cropper, it's you that gets hurt, not him. So ride for yourself. And finally, I would say, always expect the unexpected. There's an old law, isn't there, that says, if it can go wrong, it probably will. And it gets all wobbly, and the throttle's going backwards and forwards, and you fall off. Yeah, I'm fine. See what I mean? There you go. See you next time.